You may have seen this video as it has gone viral very recently, but it's a police encounter. This Hispanic police officer pulls over a black woman for driving down the street while using her phone, and she has many, many things to say to this cop. So I'm going to pull up this video for you, start playing it, and we will give our commentary as best we can. So here we go.
So giggly.
Yes, you are, ma'am. Good morning.
And the speed limit is 40, and I was going 38, so why are you harassing me?
You are correct. I pulled you.
First of all, just before I hate this woman.
Just to start.
This is such a Karen. You don't want to use that term because it's so sexist, you know, but I can't believe the way that this woman talks so condescendingly, so words that I can't say on PragerU Live, just horrible. I hate the way this woman speaks.
Yeah, with these police encounters that go viral, some of you may notice this if you watch the videos, it's almost as if the people getting pulled over are already ready for an altercation with the police, so much so that they try to push it a little further. They try to incite it. And you can see as soon as she gets pulled over, the windows roll down, she's screaming at the cop, "I was going 38 and a 40. Why am I pulled over right now? Tell me right now."
It's like that other video where these two guys are like following this woman, and she pulled out of the gas station and she left her like the thing disconnected from the car. Did you see this video?
I have seen that video.
And then she comes up to him and she's like, "You sexist a-holes, like you're following and stalking me." They're like, "You have this thing hanging off your car."
You literally have the gas pump still attached to your car.
It's like you're so condescending and rude. Like, why do you think that the world wants to do you harm?
Some women are just ready for an altercation. I'm going to go out and put it out there. There might be a sexist thing to say, but some women are just like this, and she is one of these women.
They definitely are. Some men are like that too. But
True.
But men are like, at least like they'll get in your face about it. Women will just be like condescending.
Just very catty. So let's continue this encounter. Let's see where it goes.
Over
because you're a murderer.
Because
yes, I started to record because
you can't
you're a murderer.
You can't.
We just went from 10 to 100 really, really quickly. For those of you who did not hear that at home, she just called him a murderer. Blows my mind.
That's what, murdering her. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a joke. And Amala still laughs, even when I don't make a joke. I don't know exactly why she would say that, only that she's been watching way too much CNN.
It's true. You can tell this is just born out of anti-police rhetoric. If the first thing you say when you get pulled over is calling the police a murderer, I don't know where your mind is. And clearly it's not in reality. So let's keep moving on.
You can't be on your cell phone while you're driving.
I wasn't on my phone. I was recording you because you scared me.
You can't use your cell phone while you're recording.
You.
May I have your driver's license?
It's at my apartment.
So we have multiple laws broken right now, and she admits it. So he says, "I pulled you over because you're on your phone." She goes, "No, I wasn't on my phone. I was recording you on my phone." So she was clearly on her phone, and then he asks her for her driver's license, and she goes, "It's at my apartment."
How can you commit crimes and then be so what's the word I'm looking for? Surprised when the cops actually come and pull you over? You're going the speed limit, okay, fair, whatever. But you're committing a crime. You're filming while driving. You're going to crash into someone and hurt someone. The cop is doing his job to the best of his ability, seeing you break the law.
It almost makes me think that she's just using the BLM narrative and the murderous cop narrative to cover up the fact that she's actually just committed 2 crimes and she doesn't want to get arrested or fined for it.
No, but I mean, it's like a good strategy.
It is.
It's like if you're getting pulled over, just say that they're racist.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really do that.
No.
You could do that better.
I have that power. Will does not.
No.
Yeah, I mean, as a police officer, I'm sure in today's time, if somebody confronted you like that, I'm sure a lot of police officers would be scared to see that encounter through, because it is a real problem that police officers get accused of being racist when they're in no way, shape, or form being discriminatory towards the people that they're pulling over.
Right. If you pull someone over and they start accusing you of being racist or saying there was something off camera or whatever it is, like, again, who would want to be a police officer when you have situations like this, where they come up to you, you know you've committed a crime, and they still hate you, and they can still make a video like this that millions of people are going to see? Luckily, like, I think most people with a brain would see this video and think, like, this lady's pretty dumb, or at least out of touch. But some people will watch videos like this and say, you know, maybe she was filming, but that doesn't mean that this cop isn't a murderer. That doesn't mean that there's not a problem with our police force still.
Exactly. It's so easy now with this age of technology and social media to make a video that's completely out of context, post it online, and then generate outrage across the world. So it's honestly a pretty good tactic. So let's see where it gets her.
What's your apartment?
It's at my home. I'm just taking my son to his.
Do you have your driver's license?
I mistakenly left it at home.
Do you have a picture of your driver's license?
Yes, I do.
May I have it?
And can you call your supervisor, please?
I already did. He's on his way.
Good, because you're a murderer.
Oh my God. Who says that to someone?
I don't understand where it's coming from, other than just being indoctrinated. This is blowing my mind.
Dude, oh man, a guy pulls you over for breaking the law and you call him a murderer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the fact that she even wants a supervisor present at this encounter is dumbfounding to me. But on top of that, she's also calling this cop a murderer.
That's like when you get in trouble, like you're a kid, you're a little kid, and you're doing something you know is wrong, like you're stealing from the supermarket or something. I would never do this, okay? I'm just saying this. Like you steal something from a supermarket and someone catches you and they say, hey, you can't steal that. And you're like, well, you're fat. and you just like yell at them something completely random that has nothing to do with it, but you're trying to get out of it, and they're just like, well, I'm not fat, you did steal that, and you're trying to just completely change the conversation.
Yep, you're just trying to push the buttons and then move on to a different subject matter and hope that it distracts from the fact that you're in trouble right now, and that's exactly what she's doing. It's crazy.
Okay.
And so you're giving me a cell phone ticket? Is that why you're harassing me?
Not harassment. I am enforcing the law.
I have a right to record the police when they're harassing me.
By all means, but you can't do it while you're driving.
I wasn't texting or none of that.
Do you have that
you
picture?
scared me and made me think you were going to murder me.
Oh my goodness, victimhood complex to the maximum extreme. She's filming this cop while she's driving. You've probably seen these people too, where you're driving or you see like someone filming out the window because they want to catch something sick that's going on, and then she does that so that she can put it on her Instagram story or Snapchat, whatever it is, and make it seem like she's so woke, and then they pull over and then it's a totally different situation than she was expecting.
And kudos to the cop for keeping such a good temperament about him during this encounter, because I'm more frustrated than he seems in this video, and he's being so respectful to her. He's saying, yes, ma'am, it's totally okay if you want to film this encounter with me, just don't start filming while you're driving in your car.
I would have flipped out.
I know.
If this woman would have talked to me like this, I don't know what I would have done.
I just don't have the wherewithal to be a police officer and deal with people like this on an everyday basis. This is what cops deal with on an everyday basis, people like this.
Is this a white woman?
This is a black woman.
She's black? Okay.
Yes. Here we go. Let's watch some more, guys.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Well, that's not just a feeling. You're a murderer.
Okay. Can you zoom in on that for me, Jay?
Sure.
Thank you.
And I'm perfectly
He's just like, okay.
legal, and I'm a teacher. So there.
Congratulations.
Murderer.
Congratulations.
You're a murderer.
What's your last name? I can't see that there.
Well,
If
here you
stop,
go,
Stop
murderer.
shaking. Zoom in on that for me,
No,
ma'am.
because you're scaring me.
Oh,
You're threatening to kill me and my son. Can you give me
Okay.
the...
You're threatening to kill me and my son. Is there anything that this cop did during this entire conversation that is in any way threatening?
Just by being a cop.
Just by being a cop, just by having a badge, just by having the gun, just by having the taser, he's somehow threatening her. And she uses the I'm a teacher card as if that's somehow going to get her out of the situation.
I know.
Is
like
it that
teachers
somehow-
don't commit crimes.
Yeah, like that makes you virtuous for being a teacher and having a son. I don't understand.
It makes me really sad. Like, this video is obviously pretty hysterical watching it
Yeah.
and seeing how this woman reacts, because you're like, this lady is so over the top, ridiculous, condescending, horrible. But it's a really sad situation that there are people like this, that there are people who treat people this way. You know, like they always call conservatives these old, horrible white men, terrible people. You know, we're so rude to everyone. It's like, we're not the one being condescending and rude like this. I know this is one example, but I've met many a leftist on Twitter and all over the place who are incredibly condescending and rude. I think that there's a need to put all this stuff kind of aside and find a way that we can work together a lot more, because this is sad. This is embarrassing to watch this lady act this way. It's truly embarrassing that there are people who go out of their way to act in this specific way.
Let's finish it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, you keep smiling, you're on camera.
You're trying to threaten to kill me.
I
I'm not
didn't say that.
smiling. You're the one who's crazy.
Hold that still, I can't see that. Is this your car?
Yes, it is. And you're trying to say I stole my own car because you're jealous?
What?
I don't think so. You wait for me right here, okay?
You're jealous?
All
You're
you need
jealous.
Is your signature. He's only citing you for using your cell phone while you're driving. That's it.
So here's the supervisor.
For him being a Mexican racist. What is that name? Gasso.
It's on the citation, ma'am.
Here you go, Mexican racist.
I promise, guys, we're almost done.
Mexican. You'll never be white. You know that, right? You'll never be white, which is what you really want to be.
There you go, dear.
White.
Have a good day.
You want to be white so bad.
Oh my goodness. So that's the end of that video. If your blood is not boiling, I don't know what to tell you. So she finishes it up by telling this Mexican cop or Hispanic cop, whatever ethnicity he is, that, you know what, you're always going to be a Mexican and nobody will ever see you as a white man, even though that's what you want to be seen as.
Can you just imagine going to an Applebee's with that lady and trying to order food? How horrible that would be. Like, there's not enough mushrooms on this.
Excuse me, waiter, I asked for ice and you didn't put it in, so that's really racist.
3 ice cubes? Oh, you want to be white, don't you? How? Too much ice? Oh, I bet you like ice.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
That's wild. Yeah, I do not like that woman.
It's just people.
I do not like her at all.
People on the left, when they hear something that they disagree with, or even meet somebody that apparently they disagree with in terms of their profession, their first go-to phrase is, oh my gosh, you want to be white so bad. And being a conservative, myself, and being female and being black, people comment to me all the time, they're never going to see you as white. You're just going to be another N-word. And I get that comment all the time. They're always the go-to.
How do you respond?
Honestly, I don't know how to respond to things like that. And in terms of hate, I tend to just ignore it. But it scares me that people share that sentiment so much that just because you have values, just because you're a police officer, that somehow that makes you have this secret ambition to be white. It's all a part of the white supremacist narrative. And that's what the left tries to sell to people all the time. Anything bad that happens in their eyes is some sort of a product of white supremacy. And if they spout that into the air, somehow that makes it true. And that's exactly what this woman is doing.
It's good, though, that you ignore the hate.
Yeah.
That's very mature of you.
What,
at
do you
20 years
respond?
old. No, of course not. Oh. I don't respond to the hate. There's a difference between people hating on you and people trying to give you something constructive about your argument or whatever. You know, there's definitely a difference. This is something that, like, people ask me about all the time, because I get a ton of hate, too. It's like, they don't say that. Mm-hmm. I am white.
Doesn't quite work for you.
But ignoring the haters as like, that sounds kind of dumb, but it's like actually true. Like, don't go and read the hate comments. Don't read the things that people say about you. If you're like on your campus or at your university, whatever it might be, and you post something that is the conservative narrative or different than what everyone else is saying, basically as the prominent agenda, and you get a ton of hate, don't read that hate, man. It only makes you feel worse, and it makes you feel like you shouldn't keep going, because you feel bad about it, right? It's human nature. If I go online and I read all the hate that I get, I feel bad. No matter how popular and how many millions of views I get, I still feel kind of bad when I read a ton of hate, like right in a row. There's nothing you can do about that. So I don't read the hate from people, because there's no need to respond to these people. They don't want to have a debate with you. They want to hurt you. They want to hurt your feelings and make you feel like crap.
Exactly.
Don't respond to people like that.
They're only there to get a rise out of you, and that's their only
just like
goal.
this lady.
Yeah. I have people who incessantly message me hate comments. I'm sure you get the same thing, Will. It's just because they live their lives for that feeling of getting a rise out of somebody. And when you don't give it to them, that's the best thing that you can do when you're on the other end of that and you're on the other side.
Thank you for watching this video. To help keep PragerU videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.